Hello class. In this video, I'm going to show you how to search for the string without case sensitive and also how to convert a string from lowercase to uppercase and vice versa. So let's go ahead and take a look at this example. All right, so it is my example. I need to include this library, C type, in order to do some uppercase to lowercase conversion and so on. And I declare a couple of function prototype to lowercase. This function to lowercase take a string as an input parameter and it return a string as an output from this function. So the function doesn't really change the content of the input string because you can see that this is passed by value. It is not passed by reference. So it will not be able to change the input parameter, but it will return a string that contain all lowercase. Similarly, to uppercase does the same thing, but it does the opposite conversion. That's all. And I also have another function called search k insensitive. It will take two string, the source string and the target string. So it's going to search for the target string within the source string, and it will tell you whether it finds it or not, regardless of the case. So let's take a look at how we do the conversion and then how we do the searching. Um, I declare a string A and I just assign some random value. You notice that I assign numeric values A 1, 2, 3, and also some special characters and then some alpha uh, characters or alphabet characters. And words is just the alphabet characters. And then I'm calling to lowercase a, and I print or display that output or the return value from my two lowercase, and do the same for two uppercase. And also, I re-display the original value of a to see if it is still the same or it has been changed. And then I do um, also make the same function call, but this time I'm going to assign whatever value that is returned by two lowercase, I will assign it back to the variable a. So I type the variable a, the string a, and I call a function to lowercase, and then I reassign back to a. Do you know why I need to do that? Well, because the function to lower will not be able to change the content of a. It only returns the uppercase or lowercase. I'm sorry, not uppercase. Uppercase is the other one. It returns the lowercase value of the string a. So if I want to change the string a, I have to reassign it back to the variable a. And after do a couple of conversions, and I can do compare. In this case, I call the functions to lower to convert both a and b to lowercase so that I will have the same case to compare. You notice that in order to compare case insensitive, that means you don't care whether it's lowercase or uppercase, you can just convert them to both of them to lowercase or both of them to uppercase, and then you compare. And notice that this function does not change the content of the original string. So that's what we want to do. Sometimes you want to compare string, but you don't want to change the original content of that string. You just want to do comparison without case. So let's take a look at how we do the conversion from uppercase to lowercase, or all the characters in the input string to lowercase. So you see that I declare the two lowercase prototype function here. It takes a string, it returns a string. That's the prototype. In the function header, same thing. It takes a parameter, a C++ string, and it return two lowercase, return a string. On line 47, it's called the length method of the string to get the length of the string. And it is assigned to the loop control variable n, or not really loop control variable, but that's the value we compare to use in a loop. And then we use a for loop. It goes from I equal to 0 to I less than n, and I is incremented by 1 every time to the loop. And then here we call a library functions to lower. You may wonder, where do you find to lower? It's not in this code. It is a library function that is defined in this library. See type. So this function will take a character. It doesn't take a string. So we are giving this function a character. How do we give the function this function the character? We use the index I to retrieve the character, one character at a time from the string. So this loop will take one, will loop through n number of times for the length of the string, and it take one character at a time from the string and pass it to lowercase or to lower function. To lower, if the character is uppercase like A, it will return a lowercase letter A. And what happens if the character is not an alphabet, is not a letter, like equal sign? Well, if it is equal sign, to lower doesn't do anything because equal sign cannot be converted to lowercase, so it just returns the same character, equal sign. And you may ask the same question for other special characters like what I defined in here: exclamation mark, add, pound sign, dollar sign. If the character is not a letter, it will not convert. It just return the same character. And the same rule apply to if a character is a number or numeric value, like 1, 2, 3, it will not convert because there is no such thing as lowercase number one or lowercase or uppercase number one. So it will just return the character itself. So we don't really care whether it's really a letter or a number or a special character. To lower will do the right thing. And we reassign for every character we convert to lowercase, we reassign back to the string that we're getting in the parameter. However, we cannot change this parameter, input parameter, because this is passed by value. By design, we don't want to change it. So it's passed by value. We're changing in the function, but we cannot change the original content of this input string. So at the end, we just say, well, we cannot change the content original string, but we can change the new string that we change in this function and return it to the caller. So we say, we're changing the value in here, but it's only changed in the function. So we will just return that to the caller. So from the main program, if we just call the functions, we're not changing this variable a, but we go back to lowercase. However, if we reassign the value that we get back from the function to lowercase to the original variable, that means we change it effectively, we are changing the variable A. So um, that's how it works. Let's take a look at how you do search without the case, or we do search case insensitive. That means we take this. This is the source string. Programming C++ is fun. And then we say we want to search in the string, we want to search for lowercase c++, because we know this search function will do case insensitive searching. So it should find the lowercase c++. So let's see how it does that. It's very simple. The function says, okay, I'm going to take a source string and a target string. I'm going to search the target string within the source string without case sensitive. Very simple. First of all, the function convert the source string to uppercase and assign it to a local variable called upper S. It does the same thing to the target, right? And then assign it to upper target. So now you don't care whether these S and target are uppercase, lowercase, midcase. You don't care. Both of them are converted to uppercase and reassigned to two local variables, upper S and upper target. And now we have both of these are the same case. We can just call the find functions or method in the string and say find search for my upper target and return the index to me. I already show you or give you some example of how to do searching for exact match. So in this case, find is looking for exact match, but we convert both the source string and the target string to uppercase, so they will have exact match. And then we print the index, and then we say if the index is not equal to string negative position or string end post, then we say the target is found. If it is if the index is string end post, then we say the target is not found. So let's run this program and then you see how it works. I'm gonna say build and run. I'm gonna rearrange the window so that you can see both the source code and the output window. Okay. On line 19, we do CL of two lower, right? Two lowercase a. That's variable string a, two lowercase a, convert all uppercase to lowercase. So if a character that is already lowercase like ELLO, it keep it that way. But if the character is uppercase like H, it is converted to lowercase. The second example, we convert to uppercase. Line 20, we convert word to all uppercase. And you see this word is all uppercase. And then we print original A, variable A. And you see variable A is still unchanged. So the functions only does the conversion and then return the new string. It doesn't change the original string. Now we want to change it. We assign it back to the variable A. And now we print, it is changed. So new A right now, letter H is lowercase h. And new B right now is all uppercase. And then you may ask, how do I convert them to uppercase? I've seen the code that convert to lowercase. What about convert to uppercase? Very simple. It's similar idea, but a different library function call. So to lower, you call to lower to convert a character to lowercase. You call to upper to convert a character to uppercase. So the code for this two function is the same, except the difference is one call to lower for the string to lowercase. The other one for to uppercase, it calls the line function to upper, and it works the same way. It just do the opposite conversion. And then you see right here, when we do the searching, we assign the string proc. Programming C++ is fun. We do the searching, search case insensitive, proc, lowercase C++. It print the index 12. So C++ is found at index 12, and the index is not string and post, which is not -1. So we say the target found, lowercase C++. Let's change this program to search for something that is not in there. So how about Java to see if this function works correctly? Then I'm going to run this again. So what I changed is only the searching. The top, I'm not changing anything on the top. So A, B, and the same, everything is the same. As you see now, the output of index is minus 1. That's the value right here, and -1, that's the value of string and pos. So if it is -1, that means the target is not found, so Java is not found. Because in this string, there is no Java, right? Okay, so that's the end of this video. Thanks for watching.